We get into the next cell organelle, which is the largest cell organelle in animal cells.
Nucleus.
Yes, nucleus. Now this is the nucleus rough structure. Here the historical account, Robert Brown, as a scientist, how discovered a nucleus. And the nucleus, we call it as the central controlling power of cell. Control power of cell. Central control power of the cell. When you take the nucleus structure possesses various components. Like first one is the nuclear membrane. When you take the nuclear membrane, it will be outer membrane and inner membrane. In the form of outer membrane and inner membrane. So if you remember the outer membrane, the nuclear outer membrane will be in continuation with rod endoplasmic reticulum like this along with nuclear membrane. Okay, so assume that this is endoplasmic reticulum. So when you take the nuclear membrane outer membrane is in continuation with endoplasmic reticulum. This is the statement. Then nuclear membrane, inner membrane. When you take the inner membrane will have structures called pores. Just circling on the diagram. Change the color, it's better. See, we are having pores called nuclear pores only in the inner membrane, not on the outer membrane. Okay, only the inner membrane is possessing pores. So what are these pores? The pores on the nuclear membrane will have proteins called carrier proteins, which will carry water materials outside the cell into the cell nucleus, and water materials produced inside the nucleus to the outside the cell, like this. This transport happens because of the carrier proteins through the pores. Now nuclear pores, if you take, the nuclear pores will carry the protein molecules or the DNA molecules or other biomolecules by means of active or passive transport. These are the two new words here you have to understand regarding transport process. Active transport means using energy for taking up molecules. It's not just taking up the molecules. They use energy in the form of ATP. So that's called active transport. Now some molecules will come out of the nucleus after they are produced. They will move passively without using any energy. That is called passive transport. Two terms, active transport and passive transport. Okay. All this happens through nuclear pores. This whole thing we call as pore complex. Nuclear pore process or nuclear pore complex. Why we are using a different word nuclear pore complex here is, there are carrier proteins which will carry the molecules produced inside the nucleus to outside without using any energy, passively. And some molecules will enter into the nucleus by using energy in the form of ATP, which we call as active transport. Okay. Now after pore complex, we will be having a nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is the fluid. Now the fluid we'll find in mitochondria called matrix. Likewise, the fluid inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. Okay. So now when you take the structure, we are having nuclear membrane, outer membrane, inner membrane. Then pores, nuclear pores forming a complex for the transport of materials in and out of the nucleus. Then a fluid filling the nucleus called nucleoplasm. Then you will be having numerous ribosomes around the nucleus. So you can see the dotted ones, all are ribosomes. So definitely you will find protein synthesis. Then the other part is called nucleolus. So when you take the next part, nucleolus. Nucleolus is the part where actual proteins and RNA synthesis happens. So we discussed this in the earlier slide, isn't it? The transcription process, where it occurs, nucleolus. Transcription is nothing but conversion of DNA to RNA. Just now discussed, no? This process happens in nucleolus. So nucleolus is very prominent one when we take the whole nucleus structure. Now, after all these general points, we'll get into the important term called chromatin. This is the important structure inside nucleus. So you'll be having a nuclear envelope, outer membrane, inner membrane. Then you'll be having nuclear pores on the inner membrane. Then you are having nucleolus, third part, where the DNA to RNA transformation occurs. Then you'll be having various ribosomes and nucleus. Other than that, most important one is the chromatin. When you take chromatin, chromatin is nothing but thread-like structure found in nucleus. What is this thread-like structure? Why is very important for the animal cell? Because the most important cell organelle in animal cell is nothing but nucleus, because it's involved in reproduction. Now I'll explain about the chromatin in detail. Okay. Now when you take the chromatin, assume that this is chromatin. A thread-like structure you will find inside the nucleus. Assume that you are having chromatin like this, loosely arranged, or you are having chromatin tightly arranged. There may be two arrangements. We'll see later how. Now this is thread-like structure called chromatin inside the nucleus. When we take a part of chromatin and enlarge it, I'm just taking a part of chromatin and enlarging it. When you take the part of chromatin and enlarge it, assume that this is the chromatin. Okay. Now the chromatin is made up of chromosomes. Chromosomes are the structures which we will find in chromatin. Chromosomes are thread-like structures like this. Generally, we'll write chromosomes like this. Something like this. Or you can have chromosomes like this. Various shapes will have chromosomes. Okay. Chromosomes are the structures which we'll find in chromatin. And we take part of chromosome. Okay, and enlarge it like this. What we'll see? Inside the chromosome, we'll have structure called nucleosome. Note on the slide. Then in the cell, you are having nucleus. And within the nucleus, you will be having chromatin material. Okay. The chromatin material is a thread-like structure. Now, the chromatin material, if you enlarge, you'll have chromosomes. Okay? See, chromosomes. Now, the chromosome structure looks somewhat like this. And when you take part of chromosome, here, a part of chromosome, if you take and enlarge, it looks like this. So, that we call as nucleosome. Okay? Part of chromosome. If you enlarge it, that is called nucleosome. What is nucleosome? Nucleosome is nothing but nucleic acid, nothing but DNA, and associated proteins called histone proteins. Can you read the word histone? Here on the screen, can you see the word histone?
Yes, ma'am.
So, here's when you take the whole structure, this is how when we come to the basic unit of DNA. So the DNA molecule get intertwined with some proteins called histone proteins. Okay. Then the histone proteins along with DNA are called nucleosomes. Now nucleosomes intertwine with each other. So many nucleosomes. And they form complex structure called chromosome. And the chromosome will again form thread-like network called chromatin and fit in nucleus. Okay. So here comes the term, the nucleus possesses chromatin that contains chromosome, and the chromosomes contains nucleosomes. Within nucleosomes, you'll have DNA and histone proteins. This is hierarchy. Got the point? That's the name of the protein which are associated with nucleic acids. We are having different proteins based on the amino acid composition. We'll be having aminotransfer proteins. We'll be having urate proteins. So based on the amino acid composition, histone is the major amino acid in these proteins. That's the name histone protein. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other terms? Like all the terms are different. Base pair, I hope you understood base pair means what? I just draw the nitrogenases in the earlier slide now. So those are the base pairs, adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, all those I wrote. So those are the base pairs. Okay. This is how the nucleus contains chromosomes, DNA arrangement. Why all these are so tightly arranged so that they can be fit inside the small cell organelle called nucleus. See, cell itself is very microscopic. We can't see through naked eye. And when you come to nucleus, it is some 10 nanometers, submicroscopic, nanometers. Okay, within nucleus, we are having billions of DNA. How they will get fit inside because of this compact structure. So this is how the structural importance carried away in nucleus.